My name is Anna Ryan Mercik. I would love to be an art director and work with 3 to 8 year olds, inspire them to explore their passion, or become a creative director and work with creative, innovative people on inspiring projects every day. Attaining a master's in media design is my gateway. 2 personal goals I can achieve in the next 3 weeks to jumpstart my mastery journey: hone and clearly articulate my career vision. Secondly, revisit my journey, identify common elements, combine skills, prioritize interests, and see what threads I pull that perhaps I should have tied to another. Return to your origins, the primal inclination strategy. Greene writes, for masters, their inclination often presents itself to them with remarkable clarity in childhood. At 8 or 9, I got my first camera. When I finally looked through the viewfinder, I realized it was the framing of the shots that was exhilarating. Later in life, graduated from video production school, created a video production company, and discovered it wasn't shooting that excited me. It was the puzzle solving, the arrangement and blending of media, music, and titling, editing, creating and unfolding a story. That's what brings me excitement. Upon further reflection, I realized writing runs from my core. By 8th grade, I had written about 50 poems. By 12, I created a story entitled By Roni Sonis. It was only in 2013, with a vengeance, I finished it. More breadcrumbs to follow. I liken this to Einstein, age 5. His dad presents him with a compass. The movement of the needle directed his life's work. Everything revolved around his wonderment of movement. Insights from Greene? Sometimes this inclination becomes clear through a particular activity that brings with it a feeling of heightened power. It's about sensations, heightened awareness. You must dig for signs of such inclinations in your earliest years. You have nothing to create. You merely need to dig and re-find what has been buried inside of you all along. Something to think about. Let go of the past, the adaptation strategy. Freddie Roach. Boxing was a family business. At 6, Freddie was inducted and was burned out 8 years later. His mom asked him, why fight? You're not good at it. Instead of taking the out, he wanted to prove her wrong. Maybe the role of boxer wasn't for him, but he developed a training technique that quickly dubbed him the most successful trainer of his generation. Greene speaks what ought to be obvious but isn't. Quote, you don't want to abandon the skills and experience you have gained. Find a new way to apply them. Basically, he says, build from what you already know. That's pretty powerful knowledge. The upshot of the strategy is in its title. Quote, being different is often accompanied by pain. End quote. Here Greene talks about Buckminster Fuller. He invented the geodesic dome later in his life, but his journey was filled with frustrations and feeling of failure. He attempted a business career and eventually tanked his father-in-law's construction company and lost his friends and family money. It was sold, he was fired. Basically, if you aren't in the right role, it's pain for you and usually everyone around you. I leave you with what Greene proposes. Perhaps Fuller's mistakes weren't mistakes. Instead, he tried to fit into a world he didn't belong in. In my words, it's like planting a rose in cement and expecting it to thrive. Greene says no good can ever come from deviating from the path that you were destined to follow. The road to mastery requires patience. In the end, the money and success that truly lasts comes not to those who focus on such things as goals, rather to those who focus on mastery and fulfilling their life's task. Men in roles, environments, and situations that left me feeling stupid and worthless. Tied into roles I knew nothing about and achieved the unprecedented. It's the collective analysis of all 3 strategies that profoundly resonates for me. I am cognizant of where I've come from. I need to narrow my path, build from my experiences, and create an alignment with my life's work. Those breadcrumbs are not going to stay on the ground forever. Somebody's going to get them. Might as well be me.